Hi, hello there. So, I did a little experiment today. Please ignore the fact that I am doing my concealer. The rest of my face is practically done. It's the normal routine, unnamed miscellaneous Kim Kardashian, 2 shades. My little experiment was, and my lights are more dim because I wanted you guys to see truly and be a part of this spearmint gum. So I decided to finally try out and put my lovely NARS smudge proof eyeshadow primer to the test because I've been using it for a really long time, and then I started to pick up my Chanel eyeshadow primer, and I did one eye with the Chanel. Sorry, I'm getting up close to you. How you doing? I'm sure the camera shook. One eye with the Chanel and one eye with the NARS, and I thought that one eye was more vibrant in my shadows and one eye was obviously less vibrant. So I thought that I would have you guys tell me which eye you think has more vibrant shadows. I'm not going to tell you which one, is my personal opinion, and I'm not going to tell you which one has which. So I would love it if you guys would comment. Obviously, I am still finishing my makeup for the day, and I'm also going to see which one I think creases. I have been noticing that there has been a little bit of creasing, but it's funny because I also came to the realization that I am now 31 and I am now getting more of a hooded inner corner in my eyes. It's really great. I'm aging. This is what happens, guys. So I realized that. So it's not really, oh, sorry. It's not really creasing per se. It's more gravity. So yeah, I thought that I would do this little experiment and see what you guys thought. I'm using my Bobbi Brown So Smoky. It's not smoky, it's powder. My Bobbi Brown loose retouching powder to set my concealer. But I'm going to get a little closer. So I'm going to say this is my left eye. So you tell me if you think my left eye is a little bit more vibrant in color. And then my right eye. Sorry, you're like hearing me sniffle. My left eye. My right eye. There's no right or wrong answer, except there kind of is. Well, it's just interesting because I don't like to switch up things, and I decided to try this and just to kind of see, is my tried and true really the best? So yeah, I decided to kind of put it to the test. And I decided in the spirit, sorry, this is the only thing about having a glass container. It's really pretty, but super noisy. In the spirit of Kim Kardashian West Beauty coming out with their new holiday bundle for $150. It's a little eyeshadow pan palette of 6. I meant to say an eyeshadow palette. It's a 6 pan. That came out weird. And I'm going to continue doing my makeup. It has 6 shadows, which is super pretty, but I'm also thinking, do I need it? I do own all of her shadow palettes to date, but the one that I don't use is this one, which is the Classic Blossom, which I'll show you. Looks like this. I used this one on my eyes today, and I was like, if I'm gonna buy another one, I need to use what I have. And I won't lie, I was going to do a tutorial this morning and then I started fighting with this one because the only color that's somewhat going to be a crease color for my skin tone is not a great crease color. Ooh, hi, hello, hi. Gotta love using your phone as a camera. So, yeah, that was kind of annoying. So it was more like slightly giving me warmth in the crease and my all over lid shade. So it was a little bit difficult, but I will, if you guys want me to, do a tutorial, but it's an older palette, so not a lot of people really care. But I thought in the spirit of her coming out with a new palette, I was like, I'll give this a shot and I'll give it another go. But that's when I realized that I think one of these eyes is a little bit more vibrant. And I was like, it's interesting. It's interesting how some people are like, oh, I don't really use a primer. I don't really need a primer. My shadow stays on great. And it's not necessarily only about the longevity. It's also about the vibrancy of your shadow. So take that. So yes, I had a really good night last night. I got to see my boyfriend play hockey and I got to hang out with my really good girlfriend, Jenny. And I love her to pieces of Reese's. I love her so much. She is so sweet. We were cracking up in the stands because her boyfriend is also on the same team. And I feel like I can talk to her about anything and she's the sweetest person alive. Alive. She's so ridiculously sweet. Oh my God. Like if you think of her and there's one word that pops up, it's sweet. Like, oh my God, she's the sweetest. So yeah. Oh, and I also changed up my brow routine. I'm like trying to find the perfect way to get fluffy, soft, just like beautiful brows. So I did a mixture of the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown and my number 4 black Dior brow styler. And I still think they look so dark. I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to make them look, oh, that's nice. I got a little beauty mark. To make them look less dark because I have very dark hair and I don't like my brows to look so dark. But I have dark hair, so I need to kind of get over that. So taking my normal bronzer brush and just kind of warming up under the eyes because my concealer just is a little bit light. And I know some people like that, but I am not some people. So yes, that is that. All I have to do is put on blush. I'm back to not really highlighting. Yeah, I think this is more like a cranberry shade, so I am going to break into my Rouge Profonde Chanel blush. And I'm going to use my Smith 154, which I am loving. This guy, you only need a tiny bit. Woo! And yeah, I just kind of pat that on. Yeah, this is more like a cranberry look. Wow! It's a lot of color payoff. I think we're going for a nude lip today. My thoughts on the eyeshadow palette. I don't dislike it. I just never grab for it. I'm glad that I have it because now every brand has a kind of cranberry, berry, kind of cherry palette. And I'm glad that I have one, but I'm not the type to really go for those so much. I mean, I have also the Pat McGrath, the Bronze Temptation, which has like that really vibrant red. But I don't feel like I need any more. I loved Urban Decay back in the day, but it's just not really my thing right now. So I did not feel any inclination to get the Naked Cherry palette. I don't know. I'm now at a place where I'm a little bit, I'll be honest, I'm stuck up, and like if I can't get it at Nordstrom or Bloomies, then chances are I'm not gonna really be too interested. because I'm now in a kick where I like higher quality makeup. I feel like it performs better. So not saying that if anyone likes something that you can't get at Nordstrom or Bloomies, that you can get at a Sephora or an Ulta, please, by all means, that is great for you. And if that works for you, mazel tov. But right now, I'm just enjoying more high-end makeup. So please, don't leave nasty comments, because I'll get you. All right, so I don't know. With a blush like this, I kind of want a little highlight. So we're going to highlight. I'm going to use the Anastasia Amorisi highlight. That's one that I feel like is not super high-end, so I'm going to use this guy. I haven't used this since it launched, and that was a long time ago. So I'm going to take Swoopy Swoop and just do, okay, that's a lot. I once used this with a wet beauty blender. Whoa, that's intense. Okay, so that's a lot. It's a really pretty highlight. It is definitely gold. This one would take me a lifetime to use because I do not like a super intense highlight. Sorry my light is really low, but I wanted you guys to see the shadow. Wow, this is a highlight. I do the center, the bridge of my nose. I never do the tip. The tip is just oil. All right, so yeah, when I have more of an intense blush, I like a little bit of a highlight, and I just do the tippy tops of my cheeks. And a little bit over there. And I'm gonna do a lip, because why not? Lip today, let's do, I always want to grab my Norm, but I'm not going to. I'm going to grab, ooh, you need to be sharpened, my friend. Sorry for reaching out of camera. I'm here. Sorry, that was obnoxious. I'm out of camera. But my double chin is, it's here. All right, so I'm going to use my Dior. This is the 169 Greige pencil, which I love so dearly. It is so good. It needs to be sharpened. Does anyone else have an issue with lip pencils that when you have them in your bag, that the lid comes off and it just ruins your frickin' purse? And when you have a nice purse, you don't want it to be ruined. I have this beautiful beige Chanel bag and it is demolished. Like, so awful, can't use it. Demolished. Yay. I hate that. I need to get a little like slim thing for just like a few lip pencils and lipsticks. It's just not really my thing. All right, my lip is actually hydrated. I've been back on my Dior Lip Sugar Scrub, the exfoliating lip balm, which I have been loving. So I'm just gonna kind of wipe a little bit of that off. All right, I'm using the Dior Greige lip pencil. It's so crazy. Again, I will always say this, how I have to overline the left part of my lip. It's just so weird to me. Oh, it's early. I did my makeup pretty quickly though. Quickly. All right. And I'm just gonna fill in a little bit of the center because I have more color there. I love these lip pencils. They are just so creamy and now I'm going to use the Dior. This is the Dior Rouge number 169 Greige. Don't really need a mirror for this. Oh, the only thing that I don't love, which is just a personal thing, is that they smell like a memory tied to my Grandma Faye, which I loved her, and rest in peace. But yeah, it smells like my grandma. Like, I think of this and I smell it and I'm like, oh, I remember like going into my grandma's place in Florida and like stealing her lipstick and putting it on and being like, I'm grown up. But it smells like my grandma. Like, that's what it reminds me of. Well, now that we're being bougie, I'm going to use my new Sublimage Le Brun. One spray. Just sets everything and gives that extra glow. I'm just like, Just makes everything so nice. Yes. Now I'm like extra glowy. Ooh, I need to calm down with that glass thing. Maybe I'll put like some, I don't know. So this is my final look. Let me know, please, in the comments, if you think, excuse me, my shirt collar is tucked under. All right. If you think that my left eye, again, is more vibrant than my right eye, which is this guy. See, I'm just getting more hooded with age. I'm just like 21, 31, 21, 31. Well, I'm not like this, but all right. Please like this video if you liked it. Hit the notification bell and subscribe so that you know. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to know when I post videos. All right. Thank you so much for watching. This was a shorter one on my end, at least in my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. I always say that like a million times. And I will see you in my next video. Oh my God, I'm so tired. All right. Have a good day. Bye.